Hi friend, today we're talking about Bonejangles. Serial killer Edgar Friendly Jr., also known as Mr. Bonejangles, is captured and a group of police transfer him to a cursed town of Argento, where a witch has taken over and once a year, zombies are released upon its citizens. Distributed by Wild Eye Releasing, a Labyrinth Films production, directed by DeJager, written by Keith Melcher, starring Kelly Misek Jr., Julia Cavanaugh, Jamie Scott Gordon, Hannah Richter, and Elissa Dowling. This is one of the dumbest, worst-looking movies I've seen in recent memory, and I loved it. From the first scene, this movie's brutal and hilarious at the same time, and it holds that line throughout the rest of the film. Kelly Misek Jr. plays the lead, Officer Doug, who is definitely not a leading man, but that's nothing against Misek. The character is meant to be meek. The character really should have died in the first scene he was in, but luckily survives. Julie Cavanaugh plays Doug's love interest, Sally, who is strangely set up to marry Doug's nemesis, Clint, played by Devin Toft. I kind of feel like she was only added to have someone for Doug to pine over, and Hannah Richter's character, Elissa, a fellow cop, is too brash for him, as he's a weak person, and she has some of the better lines in the film. She plays kind of the stereotypical catty female. Richter's performance really pushes it, and you kind of hope for her comeuppance. Elissa Dowling plays the witch Rowena. Dowling has been in many low-budget horror movies, We're Still Here, Beach Massacre at Kill Devil Hills, Land Shark, and many more. She's the highlight of the film, and possibly the best actress, even with the silly dialogue. Horror veteran Reggie Bannister plays Bojangles' father. Many may remember him from the Phantasm films. He only pops up a few times in this movie, in flashback sequences. Tone-wise, he fits right in. As some of his dialogue's a little goofy, the stuff they have him say is hilarious. The writer Keith Melcher plays Bonejangles himself. For the most part, it's very much like Jason, but not to the point of a ripoff. He does have a few lines of dialogue, and it's silly. I don't want to spoil anything, because when it happens, it's out of nowhere. Most of the characters aren't likable, which I think is a strength. This is one of those movies where you just want a bloodbath, and it delivers. The Bojangles mask looks pretty cool. Looking at the cover, I was expecting it to barely even look like that in the film, and they use lighting well to hide some of the imperfections most of the time. Other than the mask, both visual and practical effects are lacking, but it's fitting for this film. There are a few plug-in style blood splats, but much of the practical stuff reminds me of early Trauma. It's like the filmmakers sat back and looked at what they had and saw they couldn't do a big spectacle and worked with what they had. And leaning into that goofiness works and brought a charm to the movie. The dialogue's weird. It feels like there wasn't a script, just a blueprint for plot points, and it's like it was mostly improvised. Some of the characters are a little offensive, like Officer Juan, so I don't think this movie is for everyone, but everything is over the top, the gore, the acting, and I think if any of those weren't over the top, it would have hurt the film. Overall, it's funny and silly at times, but it's a great indie horror flick. The only thing I think that was a big negative was a character runs down the Argento history with the witch to Doug, who used to live there, and I think it runs on for just a little bit too long. But it didn't break the film. For low budget, this is top tier when it comes to entertainment. From the DVD cover alone, it looks like it would have been horrible, but it's far from it. This would be a great addition to a Friday night horror movie marathon with a couple of friends, but again, I don't think it's going to be for everyone. A sequel was announced back in 2018, and an Indiegogo was started for it, but that's really all I could find about it. As you can see, it didn't reach the $80,000 goal, so as far as I can tell, it's dead in the water, which is a shame. Personally, I would love to see a sequel. DeJager seems to be selling a clothing line called Ramble, so it's possible he's retired from film. Even with its shortcomings, this was an entertaining movie. Hopefully we'll see something in the future by DeJager. Did you see this movie? Did you like it? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and like. Thanks.
Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, check out one of these videos.